Earlier this evening, I had the opportunity to speak to Professor Rohan Samarajiva, who is an expert in the field of power and energy, and on the subject of the electricity tariff. Professor Samarajiva, thank you very much for speaking to News First. Now, there's a question that I want to ask you. The Ceylon Electricity Board says that they're introducing the electricity tariff revisions in order to cover losses. Why is it that the CEB incurs such massive losses?
It's because governments throughout the years have not taken the appropriate decision to get low-cost generation into the system. We have postponed the coal plant in Putlam for 15 years at least. So as a result, because the alternative was to keep the country dark like we did in 2002, we have had to buy very high cost electricity. The last 5% of the electricity that we use takes up about 50% of the total cost. So if we can somehow get that 5% down, we'll get the cost under control. If we can get the second stage of Norachole on stream or Sampur or something low cost into the system, we'll get those costs down. Without getting costs down, you can't keep giving away money. Today, the loss is not a small number. It's 59 billion rupees. That is 59 and 9 zeros. That's a lot of money. The country can't afford this.
No, it's not just the country that can't afford this. If electricity tariffs are revised higher, low-income earners will be severely affected by this. What safeguards can be put in place to safeguard this?
Now, I mean, there's an assumption that we make that low-income earners, people with low disposable income, are also low users of electricity. So when we look at those three groups below 90 units, who use less than 90 units a month, the lowest group will have an increase of 82 rupees and 50 cents. The second group will have an increase of 195 rupees. The third group will have an increase of 468. I admit that these are significant numbers. So what I would suggest is keep with the government's stated principle, the policy that they have themselves adopted at cabinet, which is that costs must reflect tariffs and then the government must give subsidies. So what we suggest is let the costs reflect the tariffs, not exactly the CEB proposal, some modifications to it, but the general principles I agree with, and then have the government give 100 rupee credit on the bills of people who consume less than 90. We must build into the billing system a lot of incentives for people to save electricity, to use low energy bulbs, to conserve electricity, because if we can get that last 5% down until the second stage of Norachole comes in, I think we will be able to get over this hump, and then life will get better.